the ants need to persecute Hank Pym. I swear, they were experimented on. Like, it's not right that they got experimented on and then forced to gain consciousness and then forced to build a society just to sustain themselves. It's not fair and it's not right, and you know it.
I mean, who's going to speak for them, Hank?
Them.
Obviously not.
Them. Apparently now they can talk, so now they might as well. They can persecute Hank to the extent of their ant laws now that they have acquired sentience. It's not their fault that they were forced this gift or curse, depending on how you view it, onto them. I mean, hey, they have to deal with capitalism now. You know how awful that is?
I don't see them speaking up anytime soon. I mean,
just because they can't actually physically speak doesn't mean that they don't have thoughts and feelings.
Just saying.
How shallow are you, Elias? Hey guys, welcome to the Cosmic Panel, where this week we'll be talking about our favorite picks for the week of February 22nd. Elias, kick us off.
So this week we got a few number ones that are looking fun and continuations of some of our favorite books right now. So my first pick is Thor number 31. Loving this Thor arc.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's coming out, with such haste and consistency. Torin is killing it. And this is a really cool combination of past and future Thor lore coming together. Really excited to read this issue and find out how, Thanos is planning to get this black gauntlet.
Also, this is the last issue that apparently Donny Cates worked on before stopping.
Word. Makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, this has been a really great arc. They're diving into Norse mythology in a very cool way, with Valhalla, and showing basically that the gates are broken. And it's no longer functioning properly. So really excited to read the next installation. What's first up for you?
Lazarus Planet Omega number 1. This event has been weird, but interesting. There's a lot of setups for other stories like Doom Patrol and Huntress.
So Doom Patrol still isn't out, right?
No, it's not out. But they set up the story now. They set up for the run. So this is the first story we have with the new Doom Patrol.
Okay.
And Crazy Jane is going to be the leader of this version.
Huh.
She has a personality called the Chief that acts as that is based off of the original Chief. I think his codename was Chief.
Okay.
If I remember correctly. It was the man in the wheelchair, basically.
Right. Yes.
So she basically got a personality that's similar to him. So she's in charge of Doom Patrol now. And basically, this is going to be concluding the story that started in the first issue, which was the Batman dealing with Devil Neza and King Fireball, and them dealing with that on top of getting DC's magic users back to a suitable place.
Right.
It's been fun. There's been some cool moments. There's been some moments that felt kind of wasted, to be honest. But I'm excited to see where it goes and what else they set up.
Cool. Next up for me, I have Deadpool number 4. This has been a blast of a Deadpool book, and I'm very excited to see it continue. Basically, Doc Ock and Harrower have reached a cooperative state where they're both, working together to get back at Deadpool, because they both hate him. He's easy to hate for any villain, and this is a really fun, version of that. We're also getting a lot of good Lady Deathstrike time, and also this new character Valentine Vuong, who Deadpool has the hots for, is really fun too.
Question. Last time we saw Lady Deathstrike, wasn't she part of Team X or whatever it was that Sabretooth was leading? The inverted version of Sabretooth was leading.
The Weapon X team?
Yeah. Wasn't she part of it? Yeah.
Yes, I do believe so.
But that was the last I ever heard of her.
And I also forgot that there was a Lord Deathstrike, so it's interesting that they're both part of this high table.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
very
is
neat.
very interesting. Next up for me is Superman Space Age #3. The best way I can describe this book is Spider-Man life story, but with Superman instead.
Okay.
It basically takes the character from the 1940s and ages him throughout the years, developing the world as it goes. Like Batman starts in the 70s. Wonder Woman is a character that starts in the 20s that like slowly ages. All these characters basically age with like how they would normally.
Okay.
And we know that apparently the world ends at 19 in the 1980s. And each book has been amazing. I mean, each book has been like over 80 pages long, so it's quite a hefty
wow.
book. Yeah, it's so 3 books is quite a lot.
Yeah.
And they've been pretty sparse out. First one was July, second one was September, and then this one is all the way in February. So
Cool.
but I mean, for the quality of the book, it's really great. And if you love Superman and love seeing his influence on society, this is honestly one of the best.
Cool. Next up for me, speaking of Torunn Grønbekk, I didn't realize that she was writing this Punisher War Journal issue. This is...
Man, she's everywhere.
Yeah. This is base #1, so latest installation of the War Journal one-shots. I'm glad that they brought this back. They hadn't done any War Journals for Punisher in a long time, but Punisher's getting a lot of love right now, so it's great to see these larger format books make a comeback. This is going to be another flashback issue for the War Journal series, which is always cool to see. There's a lot of unveiling and building to Frank's history that they've been doing recently, so always excited to see more of that.
I don't think this is like we've always just had his War Journal. We've never had it explained, so to have it actually explained will be interesting.
Yeah, that too. That's very true.
Next up for me is Batman Superman World's Finest #12, which looks to be fucking hilarious.
Okay.
So far in the book, we had gotten this antagonism between Supergirl and Robin, and we didn't really understand why. And now this issue, we've learned that the reason why is because they had one of the worst dates ever.
Okay.
And they literally got so angry and fed up with each other that they just fucking swore that they would never date again.
Okay.
And so it's really funny because it's very fitting for Dick Grayson because, man, that man has a body count higher than fucking Punisher. And not in the killing way. But Supergirl is also very interesting because this is her first relationship since being stranded. So I'm interested to see this, but also I just love the comedic aspect of it, of like Batman and Superman both watching from afar, being like, your son better treat my cousin good or else, Batman.
Yeah.
And then Batman being like, I'm gonna fucking whip out some kryptonite if your fucking cousin breaks my son's heart. It's just really funny. It's like a really interesting dynamic that like, but yeah, it's really interesting, and I love the cover. The cover's hilarious. Just everything in shambles and them both screaming "check, please."
Uh-huh.
It's just funny.
So is this an ongoing, or is this?
Yeah, this is an ongoing. This is just so they kind of hinted at like tension between the two, and this is just like a flashback issue.
Okay.
And it's honestly just so much fun because it's just so much fun to have like almost like Golden Age-esque stories.
Yeah.
With like modern logic and modern writing, so it's even funnier.
Okay. Cool.
I was gonna say I love the summary that says, on a day not too long ago, a meeting between Boy Wonder and Girl of Steel began sweetly, became awkward, and ended so catastrophically, horrifically, jaw-droppingly, car-crashingly, disastrously that among the Superman and Batman families, it is now enshrined as the world's finest example of how not to team up. Like that summary is so this issue is going to be fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Perfect. Next up for me, I have Immoral X-Men #1. I hope that this is dealing with the Quiet Council and their fates.
Yeah.
That's my only guess. I
would have to guess that, because we haven't seen Prime Sinister any of the other books yet, so this has to be the book that follows up on that.
It's all been focusing around this lab that Prime Sinister has basically encapsulated himself in, and we want to find out, what he's doing in there, and what became of the Quiet Council, because last we saw they were starting to gain more independence, and Sinister did not like that.
Did not. The minute that they showed any resistance, he was like, "And we're gonna wipe this again."
Yep. This is Kieran Gillen on this book, and Paco Medina on the art. So
Hype.
He's getting a lot of work on this, and very, very excited to read this.
Yeah, and since the last, if you guys didn't read not Legion of X, Nightcrawlers, one of the Sinisters died, so
we are without Spades.
No more Spades, so it'll be interesting. And we also got a lot of, we finally learned who stole the lab, which was
Orbis Stellaris.
Orbis Stellaris. Okay, that was it. Yeah.
I always confused it with Dr. Stasis because of the IS ending.
Yeah.
No, they killed off Dr. Stasis and the Tiger Bornin guy. And Orbis Stellaris is, wants to share his dominion with Mother Righteous.
Well, I wouldn't really say share, more like you don't destroy me, I don't destroy you.
Yeah.
You're so insignificant, I don't need to worry about you type of deal.
Right.
Which is honestly pretty wild.
Yeah. But we'll see if she, takes that bait.
Yeah. Next up for me, Something is Killing the Children, number 29. This book has been very much a slow burn.
It's 29 already.
Yeah, I know, right? This was originally supposed to be like a miniseries, by the way. This book has always been a slow burn of a book. But I gotta say, James Tynion threw fucking gasoline on the fire last issue.
Okay.
Fucking last issue. Erica got arrested for the murders of a couple of kids that the duplicitype, the monster, committed. The monster now looks like Erica. So, one, that's already a problem. The monster looks like Erica. It's taking her appearance and it's basically just killing children.
Oh, shit.
So that's already bad.
Mm-hmm.
Two, the House of Slaughter sent a Cutter to kill her, which is really bad because Cutter's a fucking sociopath. And Cutter wants to play with her food. And so she killed an entire police station and blamed it on Erica. So now Erica has everyone after her. She has to, one, kill the monster, but also stay alive while literally SWAT teams and FBI are going to be raining down on her. Because they straight up thought that she killed the entire precinct.
Uh-huh.
Which is fucking insane. Like, to go from like a slow build up to that, like literally just everyone's dead now and Erica's just on the run again is just wild. And Erica has no allies, period. She has no one on her side. Everyone that was on her side is now dead, which fucking sucks, man. Poor Erica. But I'm sure that whatever murders that the monster is going to commit, it's going to be blamed on her.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be even more hunted down, and I don't know how she's going to keep maintaining this track record of killing monsters, because in another book, they did a one-shot called Book of Slaughter, and they were discussing how they needed one new person to be a Black Mask. It's like lone hunters that go throughout the country and just kill.
Mm-hmm.
And they pulled up Erica's records, and they were like, she kills like 5 monsters a week. And like the main character of that book was like, is that normal? And the person was like, definitely not. Like, that is way too fast. Like, usually it takes 1 monster every 2 weeks. She's killing like a monster every day, basically, which is fucking insane.
Wow.
So yeah, cool story. Love the art, love the writing, and I'm really excited to see where this goes.
Sweet. Very cool. My final pick for this week is Carnage number 10.
Yeah.
I am super, super hype to read this book, and see what is gonna go on with the all red sword.
Yeah. I wonder what it's going to look like. From what I can see in the pictures, it looks like a trident or a bident.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope it's huge and unnecessarily, large and detailed.
Yeah.
That's all I can hope for.
It's wild that we have gotten to the point where this character is now trying to climb to Null's level of threat. Yeah. Like, this character's... It's really funny how this character is basically the perfect example of a toxic breakup. He broke up from Cletus, was like, I can do better than Cletus, and then just kept going higher and higher to prove to Cletus. But the thing is, like, Cletus is just, like, not even acknowledging them. They're like, oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. Nobody's going to see this threat coming until it's too late. And Carnage is gaining so much power now that I don't know what's going to be able to stop him. But I know there's some big events coming at the end of this year, so...
Yeah, and how long has this book, you think, like, time-wise, has been happening? I think, like, this is, like, a span of, like, a week, maybe?
I guess, yeah.
Like,
I guess so.
Because, like, he's
just been hopping from spot to spot,
Yeah, so this is wild. Like, in the span of a week, he's going from, like, just a regular symbiote to, like, Null levels of threats.
Right.
Which is fucking insane.
Yeah.
So, my final poll is GCPD The Blue Wall. This book is amazing. Legitimately amazing. Few books have managed to be as timely and as well written as it. It takes into the account of Black Lives Matter and how blue walls can ruin them. And basically the way that police departments fuel racism and misogyny and etc. And really just encapsulates what's the problem in that. And this character, so it's the story started out with 3 characters, 3 new recruits, and we've slowly see them each become disenfranchised. One was touted as a hero the first week, and then the next week was touted as a villain. The other character lost someone because the parole officer's laws didn't really allow him to intervene and help the person, and the man basically committed suicide. Now, this last cop has been trying to get the respect of his department, but he is Hispanic, and that's all they see. They just keep saying racist jokes, keep saying racist shit, and it got to the point where they asked him to like celebrate, and he wanted to bring his dad to show off, like, yeah, they respect me now, like, look, Dad. And the entire fucking bar was decorated in Hispanic shit. Like, racist as fuck Hispanic shit. And that was just the final straw for him. And without anyone to really aim at, he basically pointed at Renee Montoya and just said, you're the reason why. You're the head of this department. You should be changing shit. But you don't. Why aren't you? Like, you could... And when I tried to talk to you, because he did try to bring it up to her. He was like, I'm being bullied. And she was like... She like snapped and was like, I was bullied too. Get over it. Like really aggressively. And he snaps, and he recently just killed Renee Montoya's brother and sister-in-law. Yeah, just straight up killed them in the alley. Wow. And said that he declares war on Renee Montoya. Wow. And so last issue literally was him standing over the 2 bodies with bullets. Damn. And I am worried because either he could commit a shooting or he could go after Renee. And while Renee won't die because she just got turned back into the question, it's still very concerning because her family died. So, Oh yeah, that was another thing. Lazarus Planet turned her back into the question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So big development on that front.
Cool.
But yeah, this has been great. Amazing book.
Excellent. Well, as always, this has been our weekly polls for February 22nd. And I hope you guys have enjoyed. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that bell button, Support your local comic shop and read comics.
See ya.
Until next time.